I remember when I met Ed Coe several years ago. He had the curly red hair of a crazy person and has always had some sort of bandage from a biking accident on him. Kind of like he looks like right now. Had a bunch of fun times, learned a lot from each other. Learned the 5 ingredients of life: salt, pepper, brown sugar, red pepper flakes, and apple cider vinegar. And always keep stirring the pot because it keeps things going.
They say the average American has 2 close friends, and I've been really fortunate to find one of my 2 in R.D. Stoker. He always has my back, and he's one of the most loyal people I've ever met. Even when I snap at him at 2 in the morning, right before we run out to grab DX chicken tenders, because they're the best thing in the world, he still keeps on being there for me. I don't know what I would have done without him, and I'm just really fortunate to have met him, and I'm gonna miss him a lot.
To Joe from Joe. I just want to give a shout out to my ever faithful lifting partner, Joe Hum, and just tell you that I've really enjoyed the time we spent together this year, hitting the gym and just hanging out, and that I'm really going to miss you this summer because we'll be working together next year. Cheers to you, Joe.
I'll tell you what, Joe Hum. Having you as a friend for, good Lord, 4 years has been an interesting journey, to say the least. I've got to tell you, you are definitely one of the best friends I have, if you knew that or not. And I can't say I could have gotten through this year without you. You've been really interesting from start to finish. I can't say I have another friend who has surprised me any more than you have. I can't tell you how many times I'll be checking all of my lamps from now until the rest of my life just to make sure that nobody's hidden any of my light bulbs in my microwave or in my printer or my dresser or in my bed. But I can't say that I would have traded any of those experiences for the world. Good luck with everything. Hopefully I'll be seeing you next year, but you're gonna make an amazing teacher, Joe Hum, and I'm so excited for what the world has in store for you.
Adam Jocelyn, you are, without a doubt, the proudest Hufflepuff that I have ever met. You're also always evil, specifically when we play board games. You're usually Mordred, and you know way too much. Pretty good at writing. I think you wrote a book or 2. That's pretty cool. You tend to be snarky, which helps because it makes me not feel so bad when I'm snarky. But in all seriousness, you are a pretty accomplished guy, and I've really appreciated getting to know you over the last 4 years and look forward to sharing a friendship with you that goes far beyond just college. I remember back when we met freshman year and we had HRC TV together as a colloquium. That was a lot of fun, and that was when I first got to know you, and it was really cool having somebody who was so genuine and interested in getting to know people around him in the community. That impacted me my freshman year, but what's been even greater is seeing the way that's carried over every year you've been an RA since then in the HRC. You are very, very proactive about getting to know people, so much so that your rounds last longer than they should almost every time. This place is gonna miss you for a lot of reasons. Lacking somebody who comes in the room and says, "Hey friends," all the time is gonna be pretty hard. I'll just come visit you when I'm feeling a lack of that in my life. So, to Adam Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, it's been a great 4 years lifting with you. Not only having you as a lifting buddy, but as a friend. It's hard to believe it's almost over now. I certainly hope that we haven't lifted our last weight together, but I know that we haven't lifted our last weight together. Enjoy the rest of your life, buddy.
Adam, you are known as the person on staff that deals with everything, the person in the building that hears everything from everybody, the all-knowing eye of the HRC. And I think that it's something that we all joke about, but it really says something about your character and really is a testament to how much you mean to the people in this community, that so many people are willing to come to you when they have a problem or just want to chat about anything in their life. And so I know that the last few years as an RA have been highs and lows and all over the place, but I think that every single one of those hills and valleys is a huge compliment to your character. So I'm really thankful for everything that you've done for the HRC. I'm really proud of you, and I'm excited to see where you go.
I am so happy I met you freshman year. Good Lord, I cannot tell you how weird you were, but I was weird too, so it ended up working out. I feel like we've grown out of our weirdness a little bit together. But if you had asked me if I would have still been friends with you senior year, I don't know if I would have been able to tell you if I would have or not, just based off the fact that you were just, you were way too cool for me back then. But I'm so glad that we outgrew that, and I'm so glad that we are here where we are now. I'm really sad to see you go, even though you have an adult job now and going into the adult world, but I can't tell you how much I cherish the memories from freshman year onward. You will always forever be Kwamna's other white friend, and I will always know you as the kid who walked into my room and started singing yakisoba, which I now know is not a real song, but an alternative brand of ramen. And I want to just leave you with one last tribute of how I will always remember you. I'm so glad that we're friends, Kevin, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna do next.
Hey Kevin, congratulations on graduating, I guess. Good hustle. It's been pretty good, I guess, these past 4 years, starting with when you insulted my ping pong playing skills, even though that was true. I guess you were a good teacher because I got better at ping pong and I got better at FIFA too. But I think that if there were some kind of reward for the most hours logged on FIFA, we would definitely win it. So, good hustle.
Kevin Kokel, Kevin Kokel, Kevin Kokel, Kevin Kokel.
She was one of the first people I met here at Virginia Tech, and she's just so incredibly sweet and down to earth. Despite being incredibly busy by staying on top of her grades and being in charge of several organizations, she always makes time to be a good friend for me. She'll leave sweet notes on my door and give me gifts and take me out to lunch, and it's just so nice to be taken care of by her. And I know that I can come to her with any of my problems or ask her how her day's going, and she'll always take time out to take care of me. I know she'll go really far wherever she goes, and she'll be an excellent doctor because of how genuinely she cares for people. And I wish her the best of luck in her endeavors.
You know, we sort of knew each other the past few years. So, like, if I said yo, you'd be like, yo. But now, like, over this past year and having you here this summer, we went from going like yo to yo hug, which is a big improvement. It's been really great getting to know you and your life story. You're really easy to talk to and sweet, and we'll end up talking for hours. I'm definitely gonna miss that, and I hope to keep seeing you around over the next few years as you're going to med school. That's awesome. I really hope everything works out for you. Thanks for everything, and bye.
Freshman year, when we both found out we were going to be RAs and we were in differential equations together, and you thought I was really weird and annoying and sat in the back of the class and just made noise all the time because I sat in the back of the class and made noise all the time. But it turns out we actually had a lot in common as students. So it was really great finding out that we were going to have classes together all 4 years and live in the same place and be on the same staff. And the last 3 years getting to work together through mechanical engineering has been pretty awesome. While people know about your accomplishments and that you're going to Stanford, I hope that a lot of people come to know how helpful you can be, how well you work with people, and how genuine you are in those situations, because I know I really appreciate that. Also, you really like cereal and you run a lot, so that's cool.
Nick, my first memory of you is as that really annoying kid in the back of my differential equation class who I thought was just a really big nerd. Then later that year I found out you're going to be on my RA staff, and I was like, wow, this guy's still a really big nerd. And then I found out that you could do my homework for me. Somehow we became friends along the way. You're still a really big nerd, but it turns out you're actually a really good guy, and it's been awesome being on staff with you for the past few years, and I've had a really good time being your friend. So, cheers.
I remember just yesterday, when it seems like just yesterday, when little Nick was just yay big. So I think I'll just start by thanking you. Thank you for getting so involved and for just jumping straight in when the HRC was young and it wasn't quite clear where we would end up. Thank you for your devotion as an RA, for being there for your residents, and for being a role model for those of us that were on staff. Thank you for becoming college council president, for running when it wasn't necessarily the most lucrative job available in the community. Thank you for becoming SRA and for opening yourself up as a resource in a different way. But I guess most importantly, and perhaps most selfishly, I want to thank you for being such a great friend. When I first met you, I thought that you would probably one day become the kind of person that made everybody else feel bad about where they were just because of how much you accomplish. I've come to realize that your impeccable character and your yearning for excellence, it really kind of shows me what can happen when you yearn for greatness. And so I want to thank you for that, and I want to thank you for these past 4 years, and wish you the best of luck in the next chapter of your life. And whatever that may hold, I just hope that a small piece of it includes me.
Congratulations. It's been 4 years, and wow, I just really don't know how this happened. So good luck, and I know you do just as well in Arizona as you did here. Best wishes. I'll miss you.
I just wanted to let you know how great it's been hanging out with you for the past 2 years. I'm really glad that you were on my hall last year and that we bonded over how stupid Prince Charming is and, you know, which famous Chris is the best. I'm really gonna miss you next year, even though you're gonna be around, so I'm expecting you to come visit. You're gonna be a great vet, and I love that we can always count on you for random animal facts. I just, you know, we're all really gonna miss you around here. From hanging out at D2 to watching movies together to commenting on how George Clooney literally never grows older. Bye.
Hey Adam, congratulations on graduating, even though I hoped that you would stick around for another year so we could do more intramural sports together. From freshman year where you convinced me that you were a semi-pro kickball player in Canada, to this year of our 12-hour road trip where you taught me what black holes were, I've really enjoyed getting to know you. I know you won't be around a lot next year, but I hope you'll come visit me and your banana of a brothers, and definitely come back so that we can celebrate my 21st birthday together. Again, congratulations, and go work on your chest.
Stephanie, in the past 4 years, I've had the privilege of watching you grow to the beautiful, intelligent, accomplished woman that you are today. You are an incredible mentor and a constant inspiration for all those around you, including myself. You have turned your home into a safe and welcoming place for so many, and you have shared your passions and your dreams with everyone you've met. I am so honored to be by your side all these years. So here's to you and all that you'll accomplish in grad school and beyond. May you always find happiness in all that you do, and may you continue to be an inspiration to all those around you by just being yourself.
So in lieu of the traditional comment about how you're probably crying right now, I think I'll share a story that I remember from very early on in our friendship, the first year of BHRC. So it was very early on in the semester. We were all just moving in and getting used to the new building and the new environment and one another. We still didn't know each other super well, but we were pretty cordial neighbors at this point. And you heard that me and my roommate were having some conversation, and you decided to give us a gift. You created for us an incredible, original, authentic, autographed crayon drawing of me and my roommate, which you presented to us. And even though there was a picture of me in a Steelers t-shirt, I kept it because I knew that this was a priceless work of art by Stephanie Wilton. It's been wonderful to watch you evolve from that kind of bubbly, naive girl, sophomore girl that moved in across the hall from me 4 years ago to this incredibly impactful young woman that is probably bawling her eyes out right now watching this. I thank you for all of the work that you've put into this residential college, to building it up and to making it what it is today. I thank you for changing the name of the Lady Lair from the fallopian tube to the Lady Lair. I thank you for challenging your peers' perspective on women's issues and issues of gender identity, and for making us each better for that. But mostly I just thank you for your friendship, for being there for me and for each of us on staff, and for standing beside us through the thick and through the thin. The folks at Pitt, they don't know how lucky they are to be gaining you as their friend, but I know that they're incredibly lucky if you change their lives even half as much as you changed mine. So thank you, my friend.
I think our relationship started playing ping pong. The next week we played tennis, and then the next year, let's see, we lived together. You somehow got brown sticky stuff all over the walls. That's still there. I don't know how you did that. I would not have had near as much fun in these past 4 years if you weren't a part of it. I know that we'll keep in touch, and just want to say that you're probably my best friend here. Look forward to playing more FIFA with you, and just in general, causing some trouble.
This is weird because I didn't really expect for both of us to both be living in the dorm and still be friends by the end of the senior year, mostly because I always thought you were too cool to be my friend freshman year. You're the sort of person that I feel like I'm going to be telling my kids about. When I think back to freshman year and when you were in a relationship with my fish and when you would call your mom and immediately adopt an English accent, you know, whether it's meeting over cookies or the Cascades, which you know which one I think is the correct story. I'm really glad we met, and I'm really glad that I finally learned what your name is, because for the longest time I still thought you were Robert.
It's hard to believe that I've actually known you for about 7-8 months now. I remember the first time I saw you, you were on a poster right outside the elevator on 6th floor, and I was like, that kid looks crazy. What is wrong with his hair? We're both of African descent. I've always thought of you like a brother here at school. The jokes that we share about being brought up by African parents. I just wish you all the best. I'm really glad to say that I've met you and established a good relationship, and how you've kind of been a great example of what a good college student looks like, that balances different aspects and always willing to put others first, but then also take care of himself and get to where you want to be. You're definitely one of the coolest success stories I've heard here at Virginia Tech, and I'm really glad I got to know you. So congrats, man. Good luck.
Robert Kwamina Orleans Povey the first. It's hard to believe anybody could pick up 3 majors and get hired by Google all from the comfort of their bed. But you've been an inspiration to us all. I look forward to seeing what turns out from you emerging from your nice cocoon and becoming a beautiful butterfly over the next few years. But I also wouldn't be surprised to see you stay in your cocoon. Love, Adam.
I've been thinking about a lot the past few days of trying to put into words just what to say, how much you mean to me. And I don't think I can, because the impact you've had on my life is indescribable. And you've allowed me to grow and learn in so many ways, and you've taught me so much. I just can't express my gratitude for all that you've done for me. You've absolutely changed my life. I keep thinking, what if I wasn't on 4th High? And what if you were not my RA? I'd be a very, very, very different person. I know you're still going to be around next year because you're going to vet school, which I'm super proud that you got into vet school, by the way. Great job. I never had any doubts. But it's just not going to be the same. That my best friend's not going to be living down the hall for me. And I'm going to miss you like crazy. Thank you for everything. You rock.
I was skeptical about you at first, actually, because you were the last RA that I met, so I didn't possibly think you could be as cool as the rest of these cool RAs, but you just blew my mind every day, and so that was super great. It wouldn't be right if I didn't end with some fake facts, since that's your thing, so I'm going to have some fake facts. Number 1, Meredith is a mediocre RA, because that's truly, truly false. You're either really good or really bad. I'm not going to say which, but you're not mediocre, so that's good. Meredith hasn't helped me at all this year with anything ever at all, ever, once. That's not true, and you know that's not true, because you helped me a lot in a lot of ways, and that's great. And then Meredith has an awful smile and sense of humor and personality, because that's clearly not true. You're awesome, whatever you do, wherever you go, just know that du bist die Party.
I actually wanted to get you an actual piece of toast for your senior toast, because all of our experiences have involved food, or our most important experiences have involved food. Starting with when you met me on the crossover, giving me a piece of, or a cookie, and then never remembered it for the rest of our friendship. And then the low point in our friendship, and I think everybody else's, was when you set off the fire alarm after refusing to put water into your mac and cheese. So I think we all remember that one.
I'm not gonna lie that I was surprised that you wanted me to toast you, considering the fact that I usually verbally berate you quite often. It is time for me to tell the community that it's because I'm actually friends with Meredith. I know that you're graduating, but you're really not leaving, just like I'm not leaving, so does this really count? I guess it kind of counts. So, good luck next year when you're here.